Using, she took matters into her own hands by saying, "Oh, come on, those earrings don't suit you at all. They're probably just clip-ons, right? Here, I'll remove them for you." I have no idea why she thought they weren't the piercing kind. Before I even had the chance to respond, she closed the distance between us and yanked on my ear with her full strength. She was so forceful that half my ear was torn apart along with the earring. I screamed in pain and pushed her away while covering my bloody ear. My husband rushed in and immediately began attending to me. But the damage was so severe that he had to take me to the hospital. My sister-in-law was so spooked that she didn't say another word and quietly hid behind my brother. I was so much in pain that I kept crying and screaming the entire way to the hospital. I was scared that I would end up losing my ear, and would no longer be able to hear my husband's voice. Thankfully, the doctor told us that my ear would be fine after a small surgery to attach the part that was cut off and making sure there's no internal damage. Now, that whole time, neither my sister-in-law nor my brother called to check on my condition and ask if I was doing okay. But the real problem is that the insurance has refused to pay for my surgery. They are making some kind of excuse by saying that it was a domestic injury or something. I don't really get it. Anyway, after I had calmed down, I told my husband exactly what had happened, and said that we need to make my sister-in-law pay for my surgery. He agreed and gave a call to my brother. I honestly thought that she would have the decency to apologize and agree to pay, but I was wrong. She had cooked up a completely different story to tell to my brother in which she was the victim. According to her, I had yanked my ear off myself and was planning on blaming her to extort money from them. It was a ridiculous story, but my dumb brother was so in love with her that he believed it. Something snapped in me when I heard her false story. If she had refused to pay but at least apologized and shown remorse for attacking me, I would have forgiven her. I had taken her abuse silently for years, but I wasn't going to do that any longer. I decided to make her pay for all her crimes. Now, that was an actual assault and I could report her to the police if I wanted to. But I decided to go to the extreme and instead file a lawsuit against her. My husband contacted a lawyer and we very quickly sent her a letter saying that if she didn't pay for the damages immediately, then we are taking her to court. But she once again told the same sob story, and even hired a lawyer to fight the lawsuit. Thankfully, I have an ace up my sleeve. You see, our house is filled with security cameras, including the room where she yanked my ear off. So we have refutable proof of her wrongdoings. But I'm letting her lie so she corners herself and has no choice but to pay whatever amount I ask for. And since I have that trick, I decided to add pain and suffering and betrayal in the lawsuit and raise the amount to $50,000. This will work because she never called to check up on and never showed remorse. So her own toxic personality is going to bite her back, and I'm going to walk away $50,000 richer.